Like, what should someone look for if they want to hire a personal trainer? Besides abs.
Besides that.
And the big chest.
Dude, that was like my number one, number two. No, I think experience, education, empathy, having empathy.
So say someone's 40 years old and has a degree, but that's it.
I was going to get into that.
Because we know trainers that are older that just have been training for years and years and years, and they just aren't very good.
It's the continuing education.
It's the continuing. It's when you start to get older and you start to get, a lot of clients, and education starts gets put on the back burner. You don't keep up with the new stuff that's coming out, the new research that's coming out. I think you have to base the education of probably within the last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, so I graduated college in 2012. And this has been, or 13. It's been almost 10 years now, and a lot of stuff I learned in college is actually wrong. Mm-hmm. It's like I just bashed on the OPT model. I actually found out they actually just changed it recently. They updated it. So yeah, if you're following stuff from early 2000s or before that, it's probably off by now. Mm-hmm. Especially the 80s bodybuilders who got shredded in the 80s, and they're following the same principles of eating a cherry pie like Arnold Schwarzenegger after every meal or after every workout, because that's what Arnold did. So he's jacked. So that's why we do it.
Anabolic window. We got our don't squat past 90 degrees. Don't So I get a lot of clients who come in. They're like, but I heard this, and I'm like, when I look at the age range that they're in, and I'm like, yeah, they started lifting around this time, and they're familiar with those, schools of thought, and I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. It's the whole knees never going past your toes, don't go past 90 degrees, all those little things, which over time we've actually gained the knowledge of, and we're like, that's actually better to work your full ranges of motion and things like that. So,
what makes a good trainer? I think proof's in the pudding, right? So. If someone comes up to us saying, hey, I want to lose 20, 30 pounds, I'm like, cool, here's 30 people that did that too, right? If someone had the certification or had the degree, had the experience, but no testimonials, no pictures before and afters, how can you really fully trust them?
Yeah.
Right? Because they don't really have anything to show that they're proof, right? But you have a trainer that has, hey, you know what, I want to lose weight. Cool, here's 100 people that lost weight with me, and they all maintained it. You have a much better chance of seeing progress with them and keeping it than someone who says, hey, look at my six pack, I'm shredded, trust me, right? Mm-hmm. Your proof's in the pudding, right? You show the proof, show that people are losing weight with them. That's going to be the best plan.
Yeah, I think that's how you're able to relate to them a little bit more. It also comes down to finding someone who specializes in what you do, right? So it's general population, it's a little easier, but they probably wouldn't, seek out a powerlifting coach, a weightlifting coach if all they're trying to do is lose body fat. So it's they can help you out, but it's you probably want somebody who can instill better habits, because their focus is somewhere else. A big thing for me is I usually tell people I don't judge a trainer by what they can do for their client in 3 months. I judge them by where their client is in 5 years. What values and habits did you instill in them that they continue to apply to their daily life?
What makes a trainer good then? You talk about habits, right?
Yeah.
So what else makes a trainer a good trainer?
Being able to adapt in training and nutrition and the client's, the client's life through every aspect of it. So I usually tell people that, a trainer is not meant to just give you a set of exercises, a nutrition plan, and, force you to follow it, and that's it. It's to give you what you need that specific day and that specific week, because things can change. Things change all the time.
Yeah,
they're there to guide you and tell you what happens when normally I work out 5 days a week, and this week I can only work out 3. What do I need to change? It's you got to get to 5. You got to get to 5 days a weekend. This is the only way. That's the plan. It's being able to adapt to the client's life.
I mean, it's nutrition too, right? So I mean, a lot of people say, oh, you're on a weight loss plan, just don't drink or don't eat bad food. It's okay, what if this person is in sales and they have to go out with, reps 3 times a week at restaurants, and they have to have a drink, otherwise they might lose the sale. Mm-hmm. Can you tell that person to not drink or not have food, not have bad food? Or do you find a way to make that fit within the calories and macros so they can still have it? Or instead of having a Moscow Mule, have a, vodka soda water. Or instead of having, a ribeye steak, can you go with like a chicken wrap, right? Give them alternatives that they could actually stick to and actually follow. That fits with their lifestyle is the best way to do it, instead of saying, hey, here's a general program and template. All my other clients follow this too, just do it. Finding something that's customizable towards them and their life, both nutrition as well as workouts, and just lifestyle, that goes a long way.